What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video because many reports are coming that Liverpool are in talks with Lyon for the transfer of Rayan Cherki, who is a very exciting young 21-year-old talent who can play on either wing or as an attacking midfielder, even as a false nine, and we will take a detailed look at his profile, what he could offer for Liverpool, what his numbers are recently, and also we will explain why Lyon have to sell some of their stars basically in the January transfer window. Basically, the French football authorities found huge financial problems at Lyon and they will get relegated no matter their results on the pitch unless they can get their finances in order, which means that they are banned from signing any players and they have to sell some of their biggest stars in the January transfer window to balance the books. They have something like 500 million euros in debt. They are in very deep financial troubles. And according to French football journalist Santi Aouna, Liverpool and PSG are already working behind the scenes on a potential swoop for Rayan Cherki. So if you are excited about this news, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool FC. And also, what do you think Liverpool should do in the January transfer window? You leave your thoughts down below. So the corresponding article for Foot Mercato says that Liverpool lead the chase for a 21-year-old and they could push for a January move. Lyon value him at around 30 million euros, which is just shy of 25 million pounds, and Lyon are under huge pressure to sell players in order to raise funds to clear some of their 500 million pound debt. And Liverpool already reportedly lodged an inquiry with Lyon for the playmaker, so he does appear to be a player of genuine interest at Liverpool. He's primarily playing as a number 10, but he's also capable of operating on either flank. Cherki has racked up 5 goals and 7 assists in just 17 appearances for Lyon so far this season, and the highlight of his was the Europa League game against Frankfurt, where Lyon beat Frankfurt 3-2 and Cherki was involved in all 3 of the goals. And you might wonder where Cherki would fit in at Liverpool in the current attacking setup, because Liverpool already have 6 attackers and 2 attacking midfielders in Soboslai and Harvey Elliott. But when a big talent like Cherki is available for 25 million pounds, which is an absolute bargain for a player like him, normally he would cost 40 to 50 million pounds, you sign him up and then later you will figure out where he fits into the Liverpool mold. We did the same with Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz. They were available for relatively low transfer fees in terms of how big of a talents they are, and you can fit them in years later. And long term, Liverpool need to think long term. Sooner or later, Mo Salah needs to be replaced. Maybe Luis Diaz or Darwin Núñez will leave to Spain to join a big Spanish club in 2 or 3 years' time. So you need to sign these very exciting attacking talents like Rayan Cherki. Cherki ranks among the top 1% of wingers and playmakers in Europe's top 5 leagues over the past 1 year for his 90-minute averages, including shots, non-penalty expected goals, successful take-ons, assists, shot-creating actions, and progressive carries. You can see those numbers on the screen. Liverpool already have an abundance of attacking players, so of course Cherki would join a hugely competitive squad if he comes to Anfield, with Lyon desperate for cash and probably keen to avoid selling Cherki to their biggest rivals, Paris Saint-Germain. Circumstances could play into Liverpool's hands if they push hard enough for Cherki. And Cherki recently said after their Europa League game for Lyon that we will see at the end of the season if I'm still here at Lyon. So he knows that sooner or later Lyon will have to sell him. And also just this Monday, Cherki posted a cryptic tweet featuring hourglass emojis following a defeat to Paris Saint-Germain. The tweet sparked a lot of speculation among fans. So Liverpool's interest in Cherki can be seen as both an exciting prospect and a necessary strategic move, because Cherki's ability to influence the game, evidenced by his recent performances, aligns with Liverpool's ethos of dynamic attacking football. Him being so young and having so much potential makes him an ideal candidate for a team looking to build sustainably but also capitalize on immediate strengths. Given Lyon's current recruitment ban and financial need to sell, Liverpool might find a less congested path to negotiate a deal during this January transfer window, because in the summer Lyon will have a lot more suitors for Rayan Cherki than in the January transfer window. And 30 million euros for a player of Cherki's caliber is not really a lot. It's a low risk and potentially high reward transfer. So Liverpool fans should be optimistic about this transfer news, seeing it as a sign of Liverpool's commitment to competing at the highest level by integrating young talents who can contribute both immediately and in the future. And what makes Rayan Cherki so great is not just his attributes, but his versatility. He can play as an attacking midfielder through the center. He can play left midfielder, number 10, right winger, left winger. He's known for his outstanding passing and dribbling ability and set-piece taking abilities. Cherki can bamboozle opposition defenders with his dribbling skills and amazing runs from midfield. Of course, being 21 years old, he is still a growing project. He's not the finished article, but this is why investing in him now makes a lot more sense. And that is definitely good enough to play for a club like Liverpool right now, because as you can see, his main position is attacking midfielder, but he can play on either wing. His current market value is 30 million euros. He has a contract until 2026, but Lyon has an option to extend for a further year, but that's irrelevant because of Lyon's financial problems. They have to sell some players, and this season he actually played 5 games as a right winger, 5 games as an attacking midfielder, and overall he has 5 goals and 7 assists in just 17 games this season for Lyon, which is really exciting. And the last 2 seasons I combined the stats for the last 2 seasons. So last season he had 3 goals and 9 assists in 39 games, and 2 seasons ago he had 5 goals and 6 assists in 39 games as well. So he played the majority of the games at Lyon, hardly ever missing a game, and contributing around 12 goal contributions per season. But remember, these 2 seasons that you are seeing is when Cherki was just 19 and 20 years old. And here is the headline from Get French Football News, that Lyon are open to offers for all of their players, including Rayan Cherki, after their provisional relegation. And Lyon, of course, they could even qualify for the Champions League. They are doing so well this season. So for them to not solve their financial problems and get relegated would be absolutely devastating, especially, after having such a great season. So every player has their price, including their most prized assets. Rayan Cherki and Malik Fofana are 2 players who are probably ranking higher than anybody else on Lyon's list. And Fabrizio Romano already said that Hoffenheim are in advanced talks to complete the signing of Lyon striker Gift Orban ahead of the start of the winter transfer window. So let me know, what do you think about these links to Rayan Cherki? Do you want Liverpool to sign him? I think for £25 million, he looks like an absolute bargain, looking at his stats and his attributes and the fact that he ranks in the top 1% among wingers and playmakers across Europe's top 5 leagues in so many crucial attacking metrics. It's just too good of an opportunity to turn down, even though I don't think Liverpool need an attacker right now. We need to plan for the future, even if Salah extends his contract. Maximum 2 or 3 years left on his deal, in his legs probably. And Liverpool need to plan for the future, and Rayan Cherki is definitely could be the future, being just 21 years old. And this 25 million transfer is not huge. Liverpool could still go on and make a defensive midfielder or a defender signing in the winter transfer window, and it would be a great statement of intent for Rayan Cherki to come in and help Liverpool's title challenge. In other news, yesterday, after an absolutely thrilling 4-3 victory for Tottenham over Manchester United. The Carabao Cup, the League Cup draw was made, and Liverpool got, I think, the best draw possible. Tottenham, I mean, all three teams were tough, but we don't want to play Arsenal because they are the strongest of the three teams. And Newcastle are absolutely desperate to win a trophy, just like Tottenham. But going away to Newcastle would have been absolutely brutally difficult. Tottenham, Liverpool in the semi-finals, that's the draw for Liverpool. And crucially, Liverpool will play at Anfield in the second leg at home. So that's great news, I think. And I think we can beat Tottenham. Let's show that on the weekend, but Tottenham are probably have more injury problems than the other two teams, and also defensively they are the most vulnerable. Liverpool can score a lot of goals against Tottenham if we take our chances, because Tottenham give up a lot of chances to other teams. Of course, it's still going to be difficult because Tottenham are a really good attacking team. And as you can see, Liverpool have an absolutely brutal schedule at the end of December and in January. But luckily for us, this Tottenham semi-final comes just 2 or 3 days after the Liverpool-Man United game. But we can go strong in this one, and we can rest players for the FA Cup game against Accrington Stanley at Anfield, because even with our second team, we should win that comfortably. The second leg will be a little bit more tricky because that comes between games of Bournemouth and Wolves, but Liverpool have a kind of a winter break because we already qualified for the top 8 of the Champions League. So again, we can go strong in the League Cup tie, knowing that we won't have a game after that, probably for a long time. Maybe the Merseyside derby will be after the Liverpool-Tottenham semi-final second leg. And I also wanted to share another absolutely incredible record by Arne Slot. So Arne Slot is the first manager since 1988 to win 20 of his first 24 games in charge of a club in all competitions. This is the joint fastest any manager has reached 20 wins in charge of English top flight clubs, alongside William Suddle with Preston in 1888-89. When this happened, it's absolutely incredible record, and it just shows what a brilliant manager Arne Slot is. I think he surprised absolutely everyone in English football. And this Liverpool fan says Arne Slot is such a highly intelligent guy, game-wise and also in his communication towards his players. All player interviews I watched come down to the players fully understanding what Arne Slot wants from them, because he's very clear in his instructions, combined with also a great staff. And 3 people stand out from Arne Slot's staff: Ruben Peters, who is the head of performance and physicality; Horschloff, who was in charge of Liverpool team in the absence of Arne Slot in the Southampton-Liverpool game; and Johnny Heitinga. The quality Peters brings really speak for itself. Just look at Feyenoord in the years where he was at the club and now. Night and day difference in player availability, and them being able to perform equally well during a busy schedule. He also did great work at Genk. Heitinga also had a short spell at Ajax as a head coach, but is way more the ideal assistant. It's not a coincidence that Liverpool's defense have looked as good this season. He plays a part in that. Slot rates him very highly, calling him a coaching talent who works his ass off in an interview. Having followed him a bit during his years at Ajax, it's easy to see why. And also, Arne Slot asked multiple people at Liverpool whether it was fine to bring in Heitinga because of his history at Everton. He used to be a player there, I think. Horschloff was rated highly by Koeman at the Dutch national team. And Virgil van Dijk said, he's very clear and tactically strong. I like the moments when he leads a training session. I think I also speak for the group. This is very encouraging that Arne Slot and his coaching staff are such highly trained and very intelligent guys and very good managers. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season with Liverpool. But the Tottenham-Liverpool game on Sunday is a huge challenge. Liverpool really must win that to get back momentum in the Premier League after 2 draws and 5 goals conceded. I feel that it will be a high-scoring game, so Liverpool might concede 1 or 2, but we can score 3 or 4 goals against this Tottenham defense, hopefully, because they look so shaky and they have so many injuries. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.